Hey there, Aries. Welcome to part 2 for the week of January 10th. This is your free extended. If you didn't watch part 1, it's linked up down below. So we already laid all this out from part 1. So make sure to go watch part 1 if you didn't already. But we're going to clarify. I'm going to pull some anchor cards here first, and then we are going to get started. You have this learn from the past card, clearly very important. I feel like you've been in, you know what, I think this is a karmic cycle. The reason I hesitate is because you do not have any karmic cards here except for the Six of Cups. Could be a karmic card. I do consider sixes to be like the karmic number, whatever you want to call it. Especially the Six of Cups can represent something karmic. In the first reading, we talked about the potential that you've been in a relationship for too long, or you were in a relationship situation that kind of, ended in a negative way, that was dragged out or something like that. And, this card here, the Elephant Spirit, says learn from the past. So in this card, it actually represents luck. So I feel like there's a lot of luck coming in for you. But I feel like if you've been holding on to something from the past, this reading is like saying something in the future is much, much better. And it's like whatever the past situation was like a stepping stone. So I feel that this reading is saying you're moving past a stepping stone. Really good. And if it's love, it could be a stepping stone soulmate. With the Five of Swords, you have the Knight of Wands, ready for the adventure. I like this because, the Five of Swords is a card of taking a risk. And even though it's a card of separation, grief, loss, sadness, whatever, it can also, to me, represent needing to take a risk to experience something better in life. The Knight of Wands, he's very spontaneous. He kind of takes risks. He does things that he wants to do. He does different things. He is willing to just try something. And I feel like you're getting to this place here with the Knight of Wands. It's kind of like when you're, I think there are some people who they go through something very traumatic and they completely lose their fear of death, right? And when someone completely loses their fear of death, if you've ever, seen one of those people, if you've ever met one, they kind of live life very differently. They're just willing to do anything. They're just willing to try anything because they're not afraid of anything. It's like once you've overcome your fear of death, you really, nothing can stop you. Nothing can prevent you from moving forward. I get that energy for you here, Aries. I'm not saying you've lost your fear of death, and I'm not suggesting that you have to either. But what I am saying is I feel like you're more willing to just try things and see how they go. It's like there's no fear attached with that Knight of Wands. I like this energy very much. I think this is a very good thing. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the King of Cups. I feel that for some of you, something was very emotional. It's almost like you're learning how to use your emotions with the King of Cups. You have the King and Queen of Cups here as well. So this is divine counterparts. If you're looking for love, there could be a very solid love connection coming in for you. Could be a water sign, could be any sign, just a general reading. But I do feel this is something that is new, is what I'd say. Definitely a new connection. With the Six of Cups, you have the World. Yes, whatever this is from the past is over. And there you go. World. Karma. The World is the end of the major arcana. The Fool is the beginning. The Fool, he works his way to the World and then starts all over again. So it's kind of like the, karmic journey, if you want to call it that. And I feel that this is saying, this is in the area of your thoughts. And again, like I said in your first part of the reading, it's like you are bringing something to the end. You are ending this Six of Cups right here. Sorry, wrong camera. You're ending the Six of Cups and you're going towards something new. Page of Pentacles, newness to the Queen of Cups. Doesn't have to be love. The Queen of Cups is just something that could be nurturing you, something that could be taking care of you. So it could be a business that takes care of you, that nurtures you, that heals you, that fulfills you. I think it's more important with the Queen of Cups that you're doing something that's emotionally fulfilling. And this is in all areas of your life. Love, business, money, spirituality, health, pretty much everything. It's like I've been getting this energy for a couple of signs, and I'm getting it for you. It's like you're doing things on purpose. Doing something, this could be everything, like even cooking, you could be cooking, but it's like you're doing it with an intention. You're doing it for a certain reason. You're kind of doing it with a different type of energy. Weird, but I love it at the same time because I don't know. I think it's important. I think it's good. I think it's a good thing to if you're cooking, being having the intention of cooking, really kind of focusing on it and saying, I'm going to deliver this love energy, right? It's like people say cooking with love, right? Or food that was cooked with love, or whatever you want to call it. I'm getting that feeling here for whatever reason with the Queen of Cups, but not just cooking, everything in your life. It's like you're doing things on purpose. Next, you have this persistent drive card. It says, see what you desire and move towards the goal. It is time to zero in on your purpose. Use your intuition and instincts to guide you for the optimal outcome. So I do feel like you need to stay focused right now at this time. Again, as I've said to you a few times in the past as well, I would be looking at whatever you have been doing with your life up until this point. I don't care if you're 90 years old. Doesn't matter. What I would say here is, I feel like you need to look at everything you've done. It's kind of like training, you know? I feel like you need to say, like, what is similar between, you know, all the jobs I've had or all the careers I've had, or maybe you've been thinking about certain careers or starting certain businesses. I would say, like, what's the similarity between these things, and, like, how can you smash that together, right? I think that's what this card is saying, because it's like, I see you finding something in common with this card, and that's what you should focus on, and that's what you should drive towards with this card. So same thing in love. It's like, I think there are good things and bad things that the people you've been with, if you are looking for new love, I feel like there are good things and bad things that those people have in common. I would say, like, what is the consistent thread that is positive? What is the good thing that all these people had, and how can I focus on that for the next person? And what's the bad thing, and how can I get rid of that? How can I avoid that, right? It's like you're taking the good and you're not taking the bad with this energy. That's kind of how I see it. Nobody's perfect. Yes, I understand that. Everybody, you know, every rose has its thorn, right? We all have problems, but, you know, what I would say for the most part is it's like you're getting rid of the big ones as far as people are concerned. With the Three of Swords, you have the Nine of Pentacles. This is coming up in your foundation. I feel like you're learning how to truly be independent with the Nine of Pentacles. And it's like, there's just like a lack of need is what I'm getting off of this card. She has everything she needs. She's got 6 pentacles on one side, 3 pentacles on the other. It's kind of like, it says that she's willing to give 3 pentacles to any situation, but she has everything she needs around her. That's popping into my head. I feel like you don't need anything, or you have gotten to the point where you don't need anything. And there is a certain power in that, of course, when you're not coming at something from like needing it. Like everything coming into your life at that point is just a complement to your life. And again, that's a very powerful place to be. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, you've experienced a lot of burdens. Like I said, the Page of Pentacles is the learning that you have gone through, because he is the card of studiousness. We talked about this in the first reading. Ten of Wands is carrying a lot of burdens, but he's about to reach this village over here. He's about to put his burdens down. He has learned everything that he needs to learn, and he's kind of getting ready to move on to the next stage. So I feel for a lot of you, it's kind of like you're about to put down all these extra responsibilities and difficulties you've been through. With the Six of Swords, you have the Ace of Cups, moving on to calmer shores, moving on towards more fulfillment. I think over here, with the Six of Swords, it's like in the past, Ten of Wands, too many burdens, taking on too many other people's responsibilities, taking on too much stuff from other people, you know, no fulfillment, always giving out. This side over here with the Ace of Cups, moving to this side of the Six of Swords, what you have here going to calmer shores. Look, Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is like total fulfillment. Ace of Cups is like total fulfillment. I don't really feel there's a need to overcomplicate the reading. I think it's pretty simple. It's like you're literally leaving behind situations, multiple, plural, not just one, where there's no fulfillment, and you're moving towards something that's more fulfilling. You put energy in, you get energy out. There is an exchange of energy, which is very important. I like to stress this with spiritual people as well, because I think, you know, in the spiritual communities, it's there's too much give, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, right? I do free extendeds and all this other stuff. I'm giving, but at the same time, it's like there needs to be some taking as well, because it's like you have to keep that flow going. I'm wondering if you're understanding this, or maybe you've had a realization that you just can't keep giving to situations that don't give to you. So I wouldn't really call this a balancing out reading, but I do feel in general that the energy in, you know, any relationship that you have, not even with just people, you have a relationship with your business, with your job, with your health, right? It's like all those relationships, there's a better circle going on here. Next, you have this Touch the Sky card. So love it. Out of all the signs, as I've said to you a million times in the past, Aries, right? And I'm not gassing you up here either. I believe that Aries has like probably the most potential to experience or change their life like significantly over the next few years. It's like you and Pisces. I think that part of the sky, both you signs, right? You two basically have the best opportunity for like major growth over the next few years. And I would take advantage of it. I would say, you know, this card, I don't think it's saying things are going to be easy, but I do feel like it's saying, you know, take your goals and multiply them by 100, because maybe you don't get 100x, but if you get a 50x or a 60x, you're going to be pretty happy, right? If you exceed your expectations. And that's what I feel is going on here with that Touch the Sky card. I feel like you need to kind of dream big. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Page of Cups. I definitely feel there could be new love. I do feel like there is new love coming in for you here, but the reason new love is entering into your life is because you don't need it. Plain and simple. Isn't that always how it happens, Aries? It's like when we don't want it or don't need it, that's when people come out of the woodwork, right? I'm sure you've all heard, like, people when they get married get hit on more and like all this other stuff. It's because they don't need it, right? So I feel for a lot of you, it's because because your energy's in the right place, basically. You're not coming at love or marriage or money from lack. I think you're coming at things from just, okay, whatever. And that's exactly why things are going to show up for you. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Page of Pentacles. Exactly what I said. Like I said, I feel in the first reading, some challenges with people in your life because it's like you're leaving the nest, you're expanding. Again, if you're maybe your family isn't very successful and maybe you're becoming very successful, that always can create problems in families, right? Because it's like they don't want you to leave. I don't think it's I don't think our families truly don't want us to be successful. I think that families sometimes try to protect us or try to think like, oh my God, if they make a bunch of money or become very successful, then we're going to lose them. But I think, this is like saying things are going to blow over with the Ace of Pentacles. I also do feel this could be love coming in because the Ace of Pentacles is the path to marriage, so I do feel there is like new love coming in for you. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Swords. Get out of your head. This is those creeping thoughts. Do I deserve this? Don't I deserve this? All those things with the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is your future feelings. The Eight of Swords it's like the Ten of Pentacles is literally saying you have everything, or you are working your way towards having everything you want. The Eight of Swords is thinking. It's like the stinking thinking. It's like I've known a lot of successful people, and it's like I've known a lot of them who become successful, and then they're like constantly worrying, like, oh my God, what happens if my business fails? What happens if this happens? What happens if that happens? That's what I'm getting here on the Eight of Swords. It's like you're finding success, Ten of Pentacles, but your brain is like, oh my God, what if this happens? What if that happens? Again, I don't think you have to be like a crazy person and be obsessive about your thoughts, but I would be saying to yourself, like, I would try to change that, is what I'm trying to say. I would make sure that you're not like obsessing over negative things, and I would say, hey, you know what, probably not going to happen, and so what if it happens? You know what I always tell people? Remember what I said, fear of death. You're losing the fear of death with the Knight of Wands. You're more willing to take risks. Here's the thing that I like to tell people. It's like if you're finding a lot of success, and if you've done it once, you can do it again, right? So who cares if you lost it? You can do it again. So that's what I would say here with the Ten of Pentacles. As someone who's done it, I had a very successful business when I was younger. I lost it when I was 21. And for like 3 years, I was like super depressed, right? Trying to get things to work. But I did it again. So, what I would say here is, and each time that I've done it better. So, I would let go of the fears because I think you need to realize that you can do it again. I've been noticing that like a lot of people seem to be getting zeroed out. And so, I don't want to dwell on this, but it's something that I want to talk about. I think I'm actually going to do a separate video on this as well, on getting zeroed out. Getting zeroed out is when, like, you lose everything. You hit rock bottom. You go all the way down. You lose all your money or something like that. But, I always tell people, it's like you got there once. You can do it again. And here's the other thing. You're probably going to do it faster. And it's just something I've noticed. I've talked to a lot of people, a lot of successful people, and a lot of them say the same exact thing. It's like each time that they've had to rebuild, it's like they do it 10 times faster. So, before you know it, it's like you could have a failure and be successful the next day, right? And so I think that this Eight of Swords is saying, be careful of your mindset. With the sun as your outcome, you have the Justice card. It's funny that I said that this is not a balancing out reading, and you have the Justice card. This is like a balancing out reading. It's like things are kind of coming into equilibrium for you. Things are balancing out. I think things are kind of reaching this more neutral level in your life. So definitely a very good reading for you here, Aries. I love this. I'm going to pull this card right here. Why not? And I just want to see, yeah, you have this beaver spirit. This card says lay a solid foundation. I think you already have a solid foundation. It's like I said, the name of the game for you for until, I don't know, 2026, Aries, is expansion. Focusing on like, where can I expand in my life? Where can I get bigger? Where can I grow? All those things. And this card here is like saying, I think as long as you maintain your foundation, then you will be very successful. And what this means is like in love, for example, maybe there's something you focus on in love. Like maybe you're saying, you know what, I'm going to get into relationships. I'm going to make sure that I always keep the romance alive. That could be your foundation. You're like focusing on something. In business, it's like maybe you say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to start businesses, but I'm going to build a foundation of solid marketing so that I always can market my businesses and be successful. It's like you're having this foundational skill is how I'm seeing this reading. I hope that makes sense. It's like you're developing the base skill so that if there are tower moments where the tower comes crashing down, you always have a very solid foundation. But you're doing this through like probably, as boring as it sounds, education with the Page of Pentacles. So I don't know, love it. Looks really good. This is a good reading, Aries. I love this. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.